Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to another episode of Talkin Top Tier. I am your host, always doing the most. They call me Tone the Boss. And this week is a very special guest, a returning guest. But the episodes didn't drop because it was like we weren't quite top tier. We were just talking, but we got some great content. We've been working together. I feel like it's been like 4 years now. Definitely 3. Not just a coworker, not just a great artist, but a good friend. This is my friend, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Entre Luché.
What's up, Tone? How you doing?
Entree is, you like the first appetizer, the second appetizer?
I'll go through my whole little spiel. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Entree. I know appetizer, baby. I'm the main entree, you did.
I really don't like the sound I made. This is Entree. You're about to be Daniel, goddammit, now that I just made a fucking weird sound. Look, normally I get through the episode without cussing. You got me fucked up. I might edit that out. What the fuck was that?
I had a promoter. He was like, "What's your name is?" I was like, "My name is Entree." He said, "I ain't calling no grown-ass nigga Entree."
You snap.
That's
worse.
He said, "I'm gonna call you Trey from now on." I'm like, I'm pretty sure you can't just call me whatever you want when you introduce me on stage. That nigga definitely called me Trey.
My nigga Trey.
My nigga Trey in the building.
Wow.
I said, hell no.
My name is not my nigga Trey. It is Entre Luché.
Entre Luché in the building. You get me?
Sir Luché, if you. I can't.
Otherwise.
Oh man, App Tray. Oh Lord. All right, so I feel like I know it all. We've done one of these, but it was literally, I feel like 4 years ago in my old studio. Do you remember sitting in there and I learned so much about you, your lineage, school, ball. And I kind of need you to go through everything again because we're on a new platform. And not just a new platform. We're on every platform. And we are Iowa Podcast Award nominated. Let me get that right. Iowa Podcast Award nominated is Talkin Top Tier. So, the first iteration that you did wasn't worthy of your magnitude, Mr. Luché.
Well, we've grown since then.
We have.
Hey, I think everything is in due timing. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. But you have been a part of all my ventures, and I'm beyond grateful. Everything from, like I said, when it was just talking, before we were talking top tier, you were here. T106, you've done the interview, the performance, amazing. I feel like you've been in every Summer Jam since we've met. Yeah. So thank you for being a part of those. We've done Road to Summer Jam tours. You've been a performer. You've been a judge. Every time I come to Des Moines, I don't even want to do a show if you can't make it. Like, I'm scheduling it around your schedule. Are you available? Please be a guest performer. You've brought me out on stage. You've put me in positions to make a lot of great things happen in my career. And I hope I've given you some opportunities. And
for sure,
everything that you've received from me is something that you've earned. And then even a platform, the Music Awards, you took away this year's R&B artist, and best believe we gonna get into that.
Yes.
And all that comes with it.
Yes.
But before we go down too many memories, I want to bring it back to your first memory. Like when the doctor met you in the light and you didn't know where you were for 9 months. No, let's not go that far back. Okay. But let's go far back again and travel down memory lane. High school, your musical background, the house of music, your grandfather. Give it to the people.
Okay. So again, my name is Entre Luché. My government name, I'll actually give this to you guys. It's Daniel Luckett. I'm originally from Iowa City. My family's from Chicago. I'm the only one in my family born in Chicago. So born in Iowa City. So they call me the corn baby out the bunch.
So do you say you're from Chicago or you say you're from Iowa City?
My Chicago family doesn't like when I claim Iowa. No, you us. You've been here.
Chicago.
Yeah, but I guess I claim Iowa City just because that is where I'm from. But I mean, my family my lineage, everything is
your roots are Chicago.
It's Chicago, 100%.
He a Chicago nigga.
And but yeah, so I grew up in church, singing, and my mom plays the drums and the clarinet. She went to the School of the Arts in Chicago. She went to Curie High School, and then ended up coming to Iowa to go to college. My dad also is a singer and a drummer, and he also was a running back for the University of Iowa.
Nice.
And actually, all my brothers are like
athletes.
Yeah, athletes.
Okay.
And my uncle played for the Tennessee Titans and everything like that. But yeah, so then I ended up moving to Des Moines around like 8 years old. I sang in a singing group. I did like country music, rock and roll, Disney songs, and traveled and toured around Iowa. And then when I got into high school, I joined Bridges to Harmony and also sang classical music. And after that point, I went to college and I studied classical and jazz, voice and piano at Southwestern Community College, or the School of Music Vocation, SWIC. And I played basketball out there, but I didn't play basketball for very long. Just conflict of schedule for trying to be a vocational student, doing music all day, every day, and trying to hoop. It was too much.
So music was your first love?
I can't even say that. I've been playing sports just as long, for real. Music was the thing that always had me. You know what I'm saying? When although the world was chaotic and I was going through life, music was always the thing that was always there for me. And sports was there too, but I remember I would study people how they dribble by cadence. I would study by cadence.
Playing a song as they dribble.
No, for real, because people build habits and patterns of how they go through drills. So if I can understand the cadence of how you're dribbling and how I can set up your moves so that I can be a better defender and cut things off. So that was one of the first things that I learned, is studying film on players and learning tendencies and habits. When they're in this position, this is how they react to this. Not only can I visualize that, but I can also hear that too. And so I use them both to my advantage. But I guess the biggest thing about who I am and my family and everything like that is I come from a family of famous musicians. And if you guys have seen the movie Cadillac Records, Cedric the Entertainer plays my great-grandfather in the movie, Willie Dixon. And Willie Dixon is most noticeably known for getting his music stolen by Led Zeppelin and going back and suing them for, I can't remember the exact number at this particular moment, but I think it was like $1 or $2 million at the time, which for that time period is like crazy.
Yeah, probably about 10 million.
Yeah, and so just having those roots in the blues era and him being a pioneer the way that he was, and just navigating and touring and everything, not only helping American artists go overseas, but overseas artists come to America. He was just extremely influential in music culture in its entirety. So yeah, having that background and learning about that really gave me the vision to pursue this more seriously. Yeah.
I love that, man. Like, you come from a family of musicians, athletes, and like I know my upbringing was a house of music. Nobody ever like pursued it as a business or as a even like just a serious. But my family, from my mom, grandma, my uncles, very musically inclined and talented, and growing up around that. And I think what motivated me is I know that like all of them are way more talented than me. But I have a drive to make it one way or another. And I have resources. Like, I was really a resource that I don't think a lot of people recognize. Like, there's so many opportunities here because of lack thereof. So, it's beautiful when you have people that you've seen work in the highest level. And then you have options like sports. And you said you chose music over baskball. We got a ball sometime. I'm working on a series like Hooping with the Homies. Yeah. I'm horrible, but I really enjoy playing and going live and just embarrassing myself. One of these days I'm going to win, and that person I feel bad for. It's gonna be so bad.
I tried. I used to like play like in those different like leagues and stuff like that.
Like AAU and
oh yeah, my AAU team. I, I believe we were nationally ranked number 8.
Okay.
When I played, and we were really good. And then we ended up splitting up, and then half of them went to All Out Attack and played for in the EYBL league, and then the other half stayed. So that was just a crazy time. But I used to always travel for like different camps. I did an Under Armour camp, Nike camp, competing against some of the best hoopers. And some that even playing in the NBA. So yeah, hooping was definitely.
You dunked on LeBron?
Nah, I
can't even lie to you like that, big dog.
I was definitely athletic, definitely a dunker. Dunking on LeBron, no. You
a little bit before your time. It would have been Steph you might have dunked on.
Nah, not even that. Not even that. When I hooped, I went against like the Harrison twins and Tyus Jones and Tyus Jones' little brother and Thon Maker and Diamond Stone and like 2015 class was a little weak, I think. I'm not gonna lie, those players aren't weak, but just our 2015 class of basketball players that actually came out. But yeah, I've went against a lot of different people and a lot of Division I athletes for sure.
That's dope. So when did music start becoming serious? Like, talk to me about transitioning to music on almost a full-time scale. What's your journey been like? How has music treated you?
Music became more serious after being probably my second year of college. I realized that I just really didn't want to be there.
Damn.
Because my interest wasn't to be a great like teacher or a musician. I wanted to be an amazing entertainer. And I just felt like the college that I went to, though it was one of the best colleges for learning discipline and being a musician, it was killing me that I didn't get that aspect of like, I wanted to learn how to take over a stage, how to manage tour schedules, how to really like vest my life into the entertainment aspect of music. And I didn't get that. I just became a better musician, which obviously helped in the long run of being able to navigate spaces. And I'm super appreciative of SWIC because I mean, it is such an amazing school for music. People don't even understand like
and it's SWIC. Where is that located again?
Creston, Iowa. It's crazy.
I never even heard of Creston.
Look, bro.
Creston, Iowa.
SWIC is a gym. Like, it was founded by Phil Mattson, and he was a crazy jazz musician and educator, and I believe that he taught at Georgetown, but he wanted more freedom to do whatever he wanted to do as far as like the curriculum and really building artists and musicians. And so Creston, Iowa was a space that let him do just that. And the artists and everything that were under him were amazing, especially Bay Area legends. And he helped navigate that space. But as they branched out through California, that gave us the opportunity to do more tours and school tours. So when I was in college, we toured through Cali for 12 days, but we do a Midwestern tour. We also do a Canada tour as well.
What?
Like the jazz program at SWIC is literally legendary. Grammy nominated peeps, like it's like a real program. It's a gym and it's in Iowa and no one knows about it. There's most people that go there like for music, I feel aren't from Iowa. They're from other places.
That's crazy. SWIC in Creston, Iowa. And it's more jazz classical, so you know how to read music. You know, you typically probably have an orchestra behind you.
Nah, not an orchestra. So I sang in a vocal jazz group.
Okay.
But we did also have an instrumental jazz, and we had a choir.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we all acapella. I did acapella singing. That's why I'm obsessed with harmonies.
Yep.
And I put a lot of harmonies into my music, not simply just because of the jazz, but when you're in an acapella jazz group and you have your tone and your structure, no pun intended, but your tone and how you deliver music is so impertinent because it's acapella.
Yeah.
And how you use use your mic as an instrument as well. You have to sing a certain way into the mic to get a particular sound. Obviously that's music, but volume, making sure you're matching all the way across the board, in real time, being able to hear all of that. It's a skill. Not everybody's built like that.
Right.
And then you have those unique voices that it's difficult to blend with and have them blend with others. It really, my professor used to mess with me all the time because I was a fundie. I had no musical knowledge before I got to college. I just had a really good ear. And I could sing, and he put me in the second highest group, which did mostly soul music. And so we were doing renditions of Earth, Wind, and Fire and stuff like that.
Okay.
And he used to play chords. He would tell me, he was one of the things that we had to do is he would play a chord and then assign us a note within that chord, and we had to sing it back to him, and we would keep going back and forth.
Yeah.
And he would play chords that he knew that I couldn't hear.
Yeah.
And it was
you mean?
Just to be able to sing an octave. It's almost an octave, but it's a half step away from the main root note.
Yep.
Or the chord. It's in the structure. When you're hearing all of the other things, the other parts, it's just difficult to identify. Yeah. And what we always were taught is you can't sing what you can't hear. Mm-hmm. And so part of one of the most important things from a singer's perspective, you have to know how to you have to train your ears to be able to hear the notes so that you can actually sing them.
Okay. So talk to me about how that translated to you making original music. When did you start recording? What's your first single?
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me about translating that to the recording and the kind of business side of the music industry.
Okay, so
before we get to that, let's cheers real quick. This is a bottle of Cedar Ridge, which is a future sponsor for one of my other podcasts, Whiskey and Real Estate. So technically, this bottle is sponsored by a sponsor sponsoring this. Shout out to Whiskey Real Estate. Shout out to Lucas Bergton at Cedar Ridge.
Indeed.
Yeah. I never see you drink very often or at all, so I appreciate you having a sip with me today.
Yeah, I don't really drink at all. It's not necessarily my forte, but amongst friends, I don't mind partaking.
I appreciate you, sir. So talk to us about translating everything you learned into actual recording and becoming an artist.
Yeah, so I left college after 2 years. And I was I really want to do this music stuff. And I ended up acting first, actually, doing acting and modeling.
You were in that the reality TV show featured at Hy-Vee.
Yes.
Was that before you were a serious artist, or was that same time?
No, that was after. The first thing that I did is actually on Roku, and it is called Play by Play.
Play. You never told me about this one.
Yeah, so that was one of the first shows that I ever was a part of as an extra, but they started featuring me more because they realized that I had other talents. Mm-hmm. And that really kind of deep dived into that space. But I really wanted to learn to master my craft in that area, while simultaneously I also met my mentor at Stale. And then I started working with him and learning more about music business and how to be more than just an artist, and how to leverage what it is that my skill sets are to be not only looked at as more than an artist, but also curating and creating value in new spaces. And if I didn't learn those concepts of being in the room, how to navigate being in the room, I don't think that we would have ever met. You know what I'm saying? And or I would have. A lot of artists, they meet the right people, but they never know what to do after that point. You know what I'm saying? When to reach back out, how to leverage,
how to follow up, how to build, and how to be of value.
Facts.
Like, you know, we've got a friendship, so even if you call me and you ain't got nothing to offer, we're good.
Yeah.
But most of our conversations, and we talk probably once or twice a week, and usually it's at least an hour minimum, and we already have something to present to each other, and then we start brainstorming ideas. It's
Facts.
like one of the purest forms of collaboration. Like there's always something that we're working towards by the end of the call.
Facts.
So I appreciate that. So if you got that from the mentor, like, thank you, because that's super valuable, and that's definitely the space that I've been in all year. My quote is people at the top collaborate, people at the bottom compete. Me and you collaborate a lot.
Yes.
Like a lot. Like, even though I know for sure this is at least our second interview, but I feel like if you told me we did another one and another one, we probably have. Like we just worked
this
together.
Is three.
This is three for sure?
Yes.
Oh man.
Yes.
What was two?
Two was at we had went to South by Southwest, and you didn't get the opportunity to interview me there.
Okay.
Because we were moving around, so you interviewed me at one of my model mixers.
I do remember that. I have that. That's a short. That ain't this.
Yes, it's not a full interview. Full interview. But I'm just saying technically.
Because if you count that, then 4 would be T106. You came to the hype bar. We got that. That was one of my favorites. Like the way you broke down. It was just such a great moment, and like you helped us like make a dream come true. Being a guest, you were one of the perfect guests to have on that show. So
oh yeah, I love that. It needs to come back. I don't know where that, but it needs to come back.
We're working on making it something that travels. So we will shoot one in Des Moines, and you know that's kind of what it all needs to build to. Like, yes, obviously the IMAs is our big event. Summer Jam is our big summer event. Yeah. But I would love to do not only our showcases. So we got our Road to IMAs, Road to Summer Jam, but in that little, not necessarily off season, but in the other season, I'd love to travel and do the T106. I think 106 in Park was super important to us growing up.
Yeah.
And it had a big impact on the culture. So to be able to do that and give these local artists an opportunity to feel like the celebrity they deserve to be treated like, you know, there's nothing better than that. So, yeah, we'll be in a city near you. I actually have a couple scheduled in Cedar Rapids after the IMAs. So I'll definitely have you back on there with an update. So you talked about the show on Roku. Let's talk about the beginning of your career. What was like your first release, and tell me about it.
The first song that I released was a song called 24 Hours. No.
So say, have I heard that? I don't recall nothing titled.
Was that the first? Okay, 24 Hours was my first release. I guess the first song that had a full release and a music video would have been The One You Love. And that was featuring Ty J, and it blew up. It had like 75,000 views.
Ty J?
Yeah, Ty J.
Familiarize the audience, because they may not know. I know Ty J is, but like the audience might not.
Ty J, and I think you might even be thinking about TJ, but
all right, I'll confess. I don't know Ty J. Please tell us who Ty J is.
Okay, all right.
I was capping, y'all. My bad.
I didn't mean to call you out. My bad. But Ty J, he was one of the first artists that I've ever worked with. We have maybe like 5 singles that we've worked together. Probably one of the only features that I had released up till last year was with Ty J. And I remember that moment like it was yesterday. I had an epiphany, and I wrote down The One You Love on a sheet of paper. And I'm like, I used to, when I first started doing music in Des Moines, I used to sit on everybody's sessions because I wanted to see the engineer that everybody was working with. I wanted to see how it varied by person per person. And I would like help people write on their songs, and they used to call me like Hook Man because I would literally sit in on people's sessions and write their hooks for them, sing background vocals, and I would never ask for anything, never ask for recognition until this dude Catfish, the shorty I know, trying to get.
What?
Yeah.
What is this story?
He was okay. Story time.
What are you? Where is this going?
I was working at a shoe store, and my homegirl came in, and she used to bother me all the time at the store. And she used to come in and just kind of just talk mess and mess with my coworkers because they all thought that she was extremely attractive. So it gave her an extra confident boost. But this one day she came into my job and she was looking weird. And she was like, tell me why this dude tried to holler at me and tried to show me his song talking about he was singing da 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 da. And she was like, that's you? That sound like Entre to me. And she was like, you do know he's right over there. Why don't we go over there and go ask Entre if this is his voice? And the dude and the dude ran off. And so yeah, she came power walking to me, telling me the whole situation. She was like, this is you, right? And she showed me the song, and I'm like, sure enough. So yeah, that was the first time a nigga catfished my voice to try to get some coochie.
You have been catfished. You have been, that's kind of amazing. It's kind of, imitation is the biggest form of flattery.
Indeed.
That's kind of, I mean, that's kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate it. I'm just like, what did you feel?
You can't be proud of that. That's dirty macking. That's, you know, that nigga ain't shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's how you got shorty. Like, that's not. There's no honor in that.
Yeah, no, I got a lot of stories of niggas trying to catfish my voice.
You called me one time with the damn dream that you had, and it was like one of the dopest short films. Like, nigga, who directed this dream? Like, this John Singleton ass dream. This directed by Ryan Coogler. Your dream? Nigga, why are credits rolling? Why am I also in this dream watching this? I'm at home. I wasn't even.
I know exactly.
You know what I'm talking about. This is not cap. This actually is not cap.
Yes.
You literally called me.
No, I remember exactly. And the dream was in parts and everything like that. It was crazy. It was like a multiple day dream. But I think that it happens because of my sleep disorder. Yeah, like it's crazy. But I always remember all of my dreams. My dreams come in parts. And I'm aware that I'm dreaming, so how I navigate the dream is like completely different than what my friends do. Yeah. So yeah, 100%.
That's just classic. All right, so was 24 Hours your first record?
24 Hours was my first record. The One You Love was the first record and music video. It got 75,000 views on it, and it was my first like true R&B record with Ty J. Ty J is a white R&B hip hop rapper and singer, now Christian artist. And yeah, we did a lot of great music together. Almost created like a boy band called the Three Kings and everything like that, which was nice. Pretty crazy. But yeah, The One You Love really put me on the map as far as like music goes in the state, and my second single, Something New, was the record that I was nominated.
That's the one I knew.
Yes.
I love Something New. I don't go, give us a little bit. Give us a little bit of Something New. Come on.
Shoot, do I even remember Something New?
Something new. You got me. And don't make me do it.
Something new. You got me wanting something more with you. And when the beach up, what you gonna do? You got me wanting something more with you.
Hey. Yes. Hold on, let me get the applause real quick. That boy good.
Thank you.
So that one did numbers, didn't it? Talk to me about that.
Yes, so Something New, it was the second single that I released. It got over like 116,000 views. And it also was on the radio overseas in the UK. It was made by a UK producer as well, and it got me nominated for International Independent Artist of the Year.
Damn! Hold on, we have a button for that. I hit the whole Kevin Hart Dale. My bad. Wait, this is like one of your first two singles?
Yeah.
How?
The first single was 75,000. The second one was 116.
What?
Yeah, it was crazy, and got radio play, and I was nominated for international independent artist of the year, and for that, and that was crazy. I ended up seeing like Floyd Mayweather there, and I met Uncle Percy, who managed Snoop Dogg and everything like that.
Oh,
it was just
man.
I had a really funny story. Well, it's not actually funny, but I met Raekwon from Wu-Tang, and I had just got off stage performing, and he called me over, and he was just saying, you know, people nowadays don't perform like that, like really putting their effort into storytelling on stage and everything like that. And I was like, do you mind if we get a picture? And he was like, yeah, but do you know who I am?
Do you even know, bro?
Do you even know who I am? And I was like, I'm gonna be honest, I was sheltered as a kid.
No, you did not lie. You did not be honest.
I'm like, I was sheltered as a kid. My mom didn't let me listen to secular music until I was in like 8th grade. So I probably missed who you were. He was like, well, where I'm from, we put the woos up. And I'm like, oh no.
Oh, you got in trouble.
Oh no.
Gang in the house.
Oh, it was Raekwon from Wu-Tang. I was hurt. I was hurt.
Oh,
that hurt
man.
my
You
spirit.
don't want to hear my stories. I'm supposed to have records with legends and didn't know who they were at the time. And I would have been much farther. We're going to drink. Cheers. I've definitely fumbled the bag quite a few times on celebrities. So, something new did numbers.
Yes.
I enjoy the record to this day. I've never seen you perform it. Wish I have.
I was performing it heavily.
Oh, okay. You got tired of it.
Yeah, it was one of those things, like, I was in a big transition. I used to be a part of a hip-hop dance crew called Rebel City.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just kind of like moving away from that because I really wanted to focus on my own individual artistry. And I started working with a dancer, and she was also a pole empowerment teacher, Wendy. And
Pole empowerment.
Yes, pole empowerment. She was killing it. Just giving women, helping them find themselves and empower themselves through dance.
I love it.
So when I went to the award show, I had dancers, and so I used to tour, not only around Iowa, but I had 2 tours that I did around the Midwest, where I would bring dancers to travel with me to perform. And something new was like my staple record. It was the biggest record that I had at the time, and it was on radio. So why wouldn't I do that? And I did that. I probably performed that for, maybe like two or 3 years. So, and that came out 2019. So as soon as I stopped performing it, was because of Lolo.
Love Lolo. Hit us with the hook.
Dang. Bust down.
Must have
Bust
itis.
down, chick. Bottom it. She know what she doing with the lights on. Yeah, she on that dip. She know what she doing with the lights on. Lights off. Lights on. She know what she doing with the lights on. Lights off. Lights on, lights off.
Yeah, that's my jam right there. That's the Entre I met. I think I bet I was around before it released, because I remember you showing me something new at my old studio, the T1 Studios back here on Oakland Road.
Yeah,
that's when we really first connected. We wrote a record together that was so much fun.
Yes.
Never Have I Ever was written. That's me, you, Classic. Chuck, Silence hopped on it later. Just took the whole record over.
But even before that, before Never Have I Ever, we had
Heart Froze, Intentions. I love Intentions. Never released. Like, we're gonna have to drop these.
Yes. Intentions is probably other than the one that we just did, is probably my favorite record that that we have. Like
Intentions is so good.
You bodied that verse.
Bro, I haven't even listened to it in a couple years now, but I know where it fits in my heart.
Yes.
It's just such a good record, and like people think that you have to release everything you do right away, and I'm like, we're sitting on this and we know we have something, but we're waiting to the right moment. You know, there's so much that we've accomplished since recording that when it does drop, now it's like maybe it's at its maximum potential, and we have the network now to make this record do what it's supposed to do, versus we would have dropped it 4 years ago. You know, I wasn't doing IMAs. I wasn't touring the state. I wasn't throwing these shows everywhere. I wasn't DJing like crazy. I wasn't even that serious about my BMI, ASCAP, and Sound Exchange. Like, you know, we're just recording to record. Now that we built pretty much an EP now worth of music.
We do.
But also the network and the resources that we have now is so much stronger and better.
Yeah.
I can't wait to just start hitting them with back to back consistency and quality.
Yes, facts. And that record actually is very similar to some of the Libra. We did a group session that we recorded with that and
that was
background
fun.
singers. One of the guys that was in the group session actually passed away.
Aww.
And so like the fact that like I have this, like, this is the last project that he ever did.
Oh, so we gotta, when that drops, it's in loving memory of him.
Yeah.
Shout him out real quick, please.
Yeah, shout out to Patrick, man. I don't know what was going on, what you were going through at that particular moment, bro. But just know that you were loved, man. You have the support of us, and we gon' shout out your memory.
Thank you,
song,
Patrick,
you know?
for like being a part of that. Like, I'm just so appreciative of not like of that specifically, but also like this is what I do these type of interviews for. Like, I want to thank you. You have pushed me so much harder than I would have like naturally went. Like I said, with the people at the top collaborate. Like, without our collaboration and our creativity combined, there's a lot of moves, there's a lot of ideas that wouldn't happen. I definitely wouldn't have went to South by Southwest that year, and when I went, I dragged Classic along, who really thrived from that trip. He did everything you're supposed to do. He shook the hands, he made the connections, he invested, and now he's, you know, getting flown out to Atlanta. Now he's headlining shows in the Dells, and like all that stuff is connected. I'm writing a series right now, and you know, I'm a big believer. I'm a Christian man, but I like to have fun, and I believe God has a sense of humor. That's part of the reason why I'm here. But I'm writing a series of like basically like what ifs, almost like Marvel what if. But it's like, you know, God, why didn't you, you know, when I had this happen to me, why didn't you bless me with this amount of money? And it's like, well, my child, you wouldn't have went to South by Southwest and introduced this person to that person, and that person later makes this much money, and then he pays for the surgery that you needed to, you know, like it's just these small ripples affect all of us. And I see it in real time. One of my the other podcasts I do is TNT Podcast, and if it wasn't called TNT with Tevin and Jay Lim, it would be called the Full Circle Podcast. Almost every story we tell ends up like, this is where we started, and then we somehow ended up in that same space, but in a better way. It somehow pays off that we went through that bad experience to get back to the good. And I feel like me and you haven't had a single bad experience, which is weird. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm kind of cursed, but everything has been great, and it's all paid off, and it continues to pay off. And I'm just appreciative of you and your energy, our conversations. You're the only person I can call up and, hello, mate. And then we might talk in an accent for the next, might be a horrible accent on my side, but we may just do that for the next 30 to 45 minutes.
You know, I was going to say, not to interrupt you, but when you were talking about like going through these bad experiences, right, you have to, it's really an education phase. You're really, God is testing you and putting you through the storm, because there's lessons there. There's lessons in that space. And when you go through that lesson and you really heed his message and you rely on him, you know, from that moment, after you get out of that, that's where the blessing lies. And I feel like a lot of times when we're talking about money and we're talking about success and we're talking about, you get me.
Absolutely.
When you're talking
Absolutely. Look, mine is so bad. Absolutely. Quite indeed.
when you're talking these things, right, and you're talking about success and you're talking about favor and intentionality, right?
Good intentions.
Yes, good intentions, but
coming soon.
but God puts us in a space where we have to, the things that we need, we're not going to necessarily see. We have to build those things.
Absolutely.
And so part of that building and development and growing is going through that fire. And outside of that growth is the success. You know, you couldn't get that money, Tone, because you weren't the man that needed that money at that time. You needed to go through.
It so bad.
You needed to go through certain adversities and certain growth so that you would treat the money better.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's even losing the money. So you're like, oh snap, maybe this is how I need to restructure this. Maybe it's the people in that journey, in that moment, that you needed to be around, or it was the people that prevented you from getting the money.
Yeah.
Because God won't bless you if you're around in the wrong environment.
Absolutely.
And because He doesn't want to bless the other people around you, because it's not their time to get that blessing.
Exactly. Because like I feel like I just care about people way more than money. So the moment He gives me 100K, 200K. I probably end up becoming a villain. I probably start doing dumbass shit. Like, hey, I would have gave you that 100,000, but your stupid ass was gonna die the next week because you bought a fucking jet ski, and ain't nobody tell your black ass to buy a jet ski, knowing damn well. And I had plans for you, my child, with your stupid ass, your jet ski buying ass. So no, I can't give you that. You're gonna fuck up. You're gonna trick it off the bag. Like,
and that is not what that money is intended.
Not at all.
What I've learned the most is like being a person with a giving heart and wanting to help and develop others, is sometimes you lose sight of why God put you in that position.
Exactly.
And part of that is being selfish to a point, because what I've done is vest so much into other people that would never do the same for me. And when they get the opportunity,
yeah.
And once they get the opportunity, they're not looking to help. And then I realized, like, oh, God put me in the position because He knows that when I get to a certain level, I have a heart of service for others.
Yeah.
And I want to help grow. That's why we collaborate and we grow together.
This is why we've never had conflict. And trust me, and I talk about it in everything else. I've had conflict with everybody I've come across, all my closest friends, family, but me and you, 4 years strong, not a single conflict.
Yeah, and I will also say that's also part two. I just try to be very intentional. Mm-hmm. If I'm calling you, it's not about bullshit. It's not to talk shit. It's really just about.
But we might bullshit and talk shit during the conversation.
Yes, 100%.
There is an appropriate time to bullshit and talk shit. There's always.
But what I'm saying, what I'm getting to,
you have an intention when you.
I have an intention of when I reach out, because I also want to be forward thinking when it comes to how we interact too. Yeah. Like, I know that you have particular skill sets and talents that you have an amazing team around you, but I know that with me being in Des Moines, I can add extra value to what it is, even if it's just an exterior perspective on what it is that you're building, and vice versa. So yeah, we can TT, we can we can talk, we can laugh, we can go through all of those things and be friends. But also, I want to be a friend that when you call me, you know, or when I call you, that I'm bringing value outside of just being friends to our friendship. I don't want to just be the friend that, yes, I want to be a friend where you can call if there's something going on in your life, or that you just want to talk, if you just want to shoot shit, whatever, we're up to them. But I want to be the friend that has value, that you call, hey, bro, I got this opportunity. I want you to be a part of this. How can we grow this and make this bigger? And I'm like, oh, bet, bro. Hey, I got 2 or 3 shows. I'm trying to loop this together. I want to bring your team out here. Let's work. Like, I always want to be a person of intention. Adding value to the space and adding value to our friendship. So,
absolutely.
So that
I would say one of the most valuable times, and we've done some dope, amazing, like that. The Jacques stage at Horizon was epic. Huge crowd. Just a lot of the things that we've done together have been epic. one of the most important and dope, and like I have to just show my appreciation while I can. Times that you showed up that I didn't expect you to show up. There's no way you had an ulterior motive. You didn't have a lot to gain from it. But I performed at Lefty's. This is like a month or two ago. I called you, like, hey, I'm in town. I'm going to perform. I don't know if you're free, but if you're free, pop up. At this time, we have no music released together, so it's not like, if you're free, come here and we'll do this song. There's no incentive. And not only did you come, you supported, you introduced me to other people that was in the building that I didn't know and gave me their resume and why I should work with them. Everybody knew you, treated you with respect, and you just came and supported in the audience. I thought that was so dope. Like, so thank you for that.
No, bro, and you've literally done the same, but that's the value to me of like, I want to be that friend again. Like, you know that you can rely on to even just for something as simplistic as just being a supporter. Yeah, like I feel like people underestimate the.
It's not just underestimate. It is so valuable, and like stuff like that is like why you will never have to pay me for a show ever. And there's people that I work with forever, and I'm still going to hit them with a price because I could hit that same person, like, hey, show up to my show, and, like, I'll connect you with this person that'll put you on the next show. And they're like, I'm not showing up if I'm not being paid. I'm not showing up if I'm not performing. Fuck, I look like. And it's like, all right, cool. This opportunity isn't for you. but go ahead.
No, and not to interrupt you, but, like, yes, Tone, we are friends. But also, you have built a crazy platform. I have to respect that. As your friend,
thank you.
I have to respect what it is that you are building. Part of that respect and showing love is when you're in my city, how do we grow and further your vision of what you are trying to build for yourself? Why? Because I see your vision. As someone who is a visionary, I value what it is that you're building. I value that you are the only one in our space that could do what you're doing in this particular capacity. So me being your friend, I'm going to show you that respect. And if you're in town, if there's something going on that I can be a part of, I'm going to support it. Not for individual gain, but because I believe in you. You know what I'm saying?
That means a lot. Thank you.
No problem. So yeah, that's really what it is for me. Like it's just, a lot of people will say that they believe in you, that they support you, but they only support you when it's beneficial to them.
Yeah. And I mean, and when it's that, then cool. We just have a working, go ahead and pay me, you know, but I'm a giver. So I'd rather you really not pay me and we just exchange, you know, support, exchange love, like energy, like it ain't gotta, you know, but if it's something where, all right, I'm going to get you on this show, but you're going to be like, well, here's my rider, and I need a bottle of champagne, and this, that, and the third. Okay, I can get you that, but I'm going to charge you for that, because that's not service. That's not you being for the people, and that's not you coming there to put on the best show you can have. It's for you to have the best time you can have and be arrogant and look down on people. And that's one thing I really admire about you. I've never seen you treat anybody like less than. And we'll get there, but you are somebody who is now, what do we call it? The Grammy Academy? What do we call it?
So I am a Grammy member. I'm a part of the Grammy committee.
Is
now,
insane.
So I'm a voting member of the Grammy. So I vote on who wins.
And what do you get? Like unlimited submissions?
Yeah, I get to submit to.
Oh, you about to get bribed? He is a noble man.
I get to submit music to the Grammys. I can submit my music. I can submit other people's music to get that potentially get that recognition for the Grammys. Also, but more importantly, I'm just the representation of our space in those spaces, and I get to advocate. Yeah. And so. It's awesome. There's only 11,000 members. Yeah. And out of those 11,000, I think 4,000 are voting members. Yeah. So to be a part of such an exclusive club of artists, producers, and things like that is just super amazing. And to know that Iowa doesn't have a chapter, and I get to represent. And
Yeah,
I'm in my
that.
20s.
Thank
I'm
you.
in my 20s. That's crazy.
Let's go. Got me feeling old and accomplished so much, man. Like that's just incredible, and it's so needed. Like that's the thing. I said it on my last interview with Kevin Burr. I said it to my boy Prince Ace, and he posted it right away.
Mm-hmm.
But people shit on Iowa because they're like, there's no opportunities in Iowa. And I have to explain that is the opportunity. Everything that people desire that you should have here, make it. One of my other tone quotes is, I used to say somebody should do something. Then I realized I am somebody.
Fact.
Do something. Make what you want here at home. Why leave to chase and try to find something when you could create that not just for yourself, but for other people to thrive?
And my mentor, he used to say, that's a very good point, but he used to talk about like, you have to learn how to own and curate your own space.
Mm-hmm.
Iowa, the beauty about Iowa is a short way to the top. Because there is not a lot of opportunities, even though there is a lot of opportunities, but there's not from a starting developing artist, the stages that you're on, mm-hmm. to an experienced developing artist. There's not a lot of in between.
Yeah.
Like, yes, there's a lot of 250 capacity rooms, and then it jumps. It's 500,
1,000.
Then it goes 1,000,
10,000.
2,000, then 5,000, and then we have like 15, 20. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's a short way to the top. So if you curate and leverage your space correctly, which I believe that you have, like, then you create value. Mm-hmm. And if you are valuable in the space where you started, then you can leverage that space to create more opportunities, not only for yourself, but for others. And you can leverage that to now build other places. That's why I'm like, it makes no sense to be one of many in LA where I can be the guy in Iowa, and then go to LA and be like, hey, I know that you guys are you are extremely talented.
Yep. Go ahead.
You're in the middle of the road. Why don't you come out here? Let's do a show.
They call it, why would I try to be a small fish in the ocean versus I could be the big fish here in a pond.
Mm-hmm.
And then I could bring other big fish like, hey, it's pretty good over here. Like LA, Atlanta, Chicago, oversaturated AF. Everybody and everything is an artist with all the resources they need.
Yeah.
Here,
and everybody knows somebody.
Exactly. We're related, or it's my cousin, baby mama, sister, brother.
Facts.
And he has a studio. Like,
they're famous. My cousin, is famous. I'm like, yeah. That's everyone's story. Everyone has a connection to something. Yeah. But again, being a big fish in a small pond, you can also curate and control the narrative of what it is that you're building and what you're bringing in. Yep. And then you can tour them through the space for a cheaper rate.
Yeah, exactly. Now we're getting into the business. Now we're talking numbers. I love it.
Tour them through the space for a cheaper rate, and then you also get leverage to go out to where they are. And now you're not just an individual, you're an individual with value and a purpose in LA. And that is far more a rewarding feeling.
Exactly.
Because now you become a top dog amongst top dogs because what you're doing is unique and valuable.
Dude, one of the best moments in my career was actually, you were there for it, but in Texas when they asked me to speak on a panel.
Yes.
And I get introduced. This is the guy doing the Iowa Music Awards, Iowa Summer Jam, and I'm in Dallas, Texas. I actually lived in Texas for 3 months, and I don't feel like humble people should say I'm so humble, but I was so humble to know that my position in Iowa was what it was, and to go to Texas and I interned at 3 different studios, and like I didn't need to go over my accolades. I wanted to build relationships.
Facts.
And what's ironic is like I did that at 3 different studios. So I was photographer, errand boy, go get drinks for everybody. And I did it with a smile because I'm making connections with all the people in Texas. And we end up in one of the rooms that I interned at later. You had shot a video and connected, and I had no idea that you guys knew each other. And I thought that was so dope that we were both in the same room in Dallas. and didn't even communicate that day when we all had shows in Austin.
Yes.
Like, but that's just the power of networking and communication. And also, I'm willing to put in the work. I'm not above anybody with an internship. And I also can sit in a room with multimillionaires and hold a conversation that they're drawn to. And I think I say all that to say, like, you know, being able to be recognized for the things that I did. I'm not going to walk in the room and, you know, I've had songs with the NBA and NFL, blah, blah. I'll say it while performing, but I don't walk into a meeting with that. I'm usually in a meeting to observe and absorb. I want the information you guys are giving out, and then when it's the proper time to tell you what I can offer you and how we can collaborate, that's when I speak. I loved, again, when we were in Texas and they were on your ass. What's your elevator pitch? I need it right now. Well, we're not on an elevator. What if it's you and Diddy on an elevator and the lights go out? Well, I certainly hope that doesn't happen. That's not what we're asking you. But wouldn't that be bad? Can we acknowledge that'd be bad? Oh. But you were keeping it real. I'm sure you had a long flight, but you were so real. I laughed about that the whole trip. Like you.
Shout out to Kevin. Shout out to Kevin. He's like, you got to be ready. You never know when it's your moment. I'm like, yes.
Whatever.
Yes.
I'm ready.
I'm going to randomly not know that I'm going to meet Diddy. No Diddy. In an elevator.
We didn't know about no Diddy at the time, to your defense. To Kevin's defense, not you. You weren't really fucking, you were, I will handle it the way it should be handled. How are you going to handle it? Appropriately. You gave him nothing as you rubbed the crust out of your eyes.
I'm like, bro,
from having jet lag. I just landed.
Literally, bro. I'm like, I took like a 15-minute nap.
And then you'd be like, okay, I guess I would be like, hi, I'm Entre. Wrong. The fuck? That was one of my funniest experiences watching that and being Classic Clown about that to this day.
Yes, that, and you know what's so crazy about that is that moment actually did present itself.
You and Diddy was on the elevator?
No.
Oh, okay.
Diddy. I didn't go to Diddy's all white party, but that's another conversation.
Yeah, I don't know. We can talk about that on this podcast. We'll have to delete that footage.
No. That was another funny story too. But I did get an opportunity to actually pitch who I am, but it came through in the most authentic way. And it was one of the reasons why I got a really big sponsorship. And nice. So I'm like, yes, I was very upset at the time.
You weren't going, bro.
They were trying to bum rush me.
Like I said, me and you have had nothing but good interactions in like 4 years. But I saw the I don't give a fuck Entre that day. And like, why are y'all still talking to me?
I'm like, I was just more so like, why is this relevant at this particular moment? Like, I understand a group meeting setting or where we're going through this, but we had just went over this. Like, I'm like, guys, it's okay. We'll get it together.
That was hilarious. All right, another funny moments, the video shoot to Never Have I Ever, and I know it's your man, so if you don't want to say his name, I will shout him out. But that motherfucker was so high maintenance. Oh my god! Like, oh my goodness. I imagine the actors and the stars being divas. I pissed him off, and I enjoyed doing it. But I did everything he asked me to do. Like, I went all out. Like, at one point, he was screaming at me. And then another point, he told me, I need you to jump off this and make it look real. And I jumped so damn good that he literally stopped the shoot and checked on me. Like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean you needed to, like, die right now. Like, Tone, are you okay? Like, yes. Guys, let's get Tone. Like, he took care of me. So, like, I was dedicated, but also, I was going to say I don't avoid conflict. I do. I don't like conflict. Who likes conflict? I don't want to argue with you. I make fun of, like, very serious situations. Very bad things happen to me. And I just find the humor, and it's probably why I have 3 different podcasts, because I enjoy talking. Like, I feel like this is one of the most entertaining channels on earth. Like, it's unreal, the silly shit that happens. But Shout out to the Never Have I Ever video. He was on our ass,
That
bro.
was crazy. That whole...
Well, at one point, I made him go to you and say, Entre, you better get him. And I laughed purposely extra hard when he did that.
I was not ready. I was not ready for that day in totality.
We did like 3-4 days maybe. There was two Des Moines shoots, a Cedar Rapids shoot, so at least 3.
Yeah. I wasn't ready for either of those days.
Oh, Lord.
Myself. That was a lot. That was just a lot. That was a lot on my mental. I definitely took a week break to rejuvenate and get myself together.
I feel like he definitely got a good heart though. He called me with all the updates. He's like, "Can you make it to Des Moines? I really want to show you where I'm at with the video." And he showed me like before the VFX. He's really good at what he does. He works really hard. But man, was he a fucking dick on set. That was ridiculous.
It was just a lot of moving
Emphasis
parts.
on dick. Ridiculous.
Pause. It was a lot of moving parts, and we didn't have a lot of time. So, yeah, we just had to navigate it.
But it was still one of the coolest experiences. We shot an action movie in 5 minutes of a video. There were some dives. There was some shoot 'em up, bang bang.
My homegirl, who played one of the people who got shot. She died, and she was like, I hate that I died like that. She's like, I'm only in the scene for 3 seconds,
bro. She was giving out that weak ass scream. Was she the one with the weak ass? Like nobody, you not dead. You like,
and it was so
she's
funny.
She's trying to die over the mic, and it's like, did you just come, shorty? Like, what was that? What the fuck was that? That was a different one.
That was a different one. Okay. She was the first person to get shot in the series, and she just was upset because she wanted more screen time. But it's all good,
Okay, that was a good time. I especially loved the last scene, the club scene. I thought that was really well put together. He said I wasn't ready. I was like, I don't know if our acting was there. I know we all could have done better acting, but a lot of times it really does depend on the energy and the set. Who was I talking to? Maybe it was even, it was actually on my Whiskey and Real Estate podcast, and we talk about morale a lot. And when you don't uplift your cast members, you're not going to get their best performance, no matter whether it's acting, whether it's work, whether it's whatever environment you're in. You have to, even if you're being selfish, like lift them up so they can do better for you. When you shit on them, you're gonna get what you get, and they don't care. That's right. So I don't think Never Have I Ever was our best acting performance, but I swear to God, I had so much fun, and part of it was I'm having fun because he doesn't want me to have fun.
He just wanted to get it done.
Oh, man. He was not happy. He was not happy with me.
Shout out to you, bro.
Shout out to him. Oh, man. All right. So we done talked Texas. We talked a little bit about the Grammy Voting Academy. We talked about your upbringings. Like I said, I love Something New. I love Lolo. I'll have to listen to this 24 Hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
The first song.
Yeah.
What are you Oh, nope. I was going to get to now. We're not there yet. We got to talk about the Cornbread song.
Cornbread fed.
What, you just took a deep breath. Was that? I feel like you just switched gears. Like, very physically switch gears. Is there a certain mode you have to get into to talk about Cornbread? And I want you to be honest. This is Talkin Top Tier.
Talkin Top Tier. I love Cornbread.
The food or the song?
Both, honestly.
Honestly?
But I don't, man, I had to perform Cornbread so many times. Woo! And in moments where I felt like the token black friend. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna lie. Mm-hmm. I felt like the token black friend in a black space, and we just needed a little bit of color on it. Mm-hmm. And so, but though I do love the record. Also, shout out to Cole Saint for having me on the record.
Big shout out to Cole Saint.
Doing an Iowa record and just it was the record I love, just being able to do that country hip hop infusion with with the R&B, and what that record brought me. I really can't talk anything about it. I mean, it hit number 8 on the global the independent charts.
Okay.
And it peaked at number 61 on the global top 200.
Nice.
Excuse me, 1 slot above Adele, and we were
above fucking Adele, bro. Come on. Get out. Get out.
Love
Leave.
that cornbread.
He opened that door. He's got to go. Like, Adele, you beat Adele.
Yes.
In anything in life.
Yeah, it was crazy.
This is our first conflict. I hate you. I love Adele. I hate you.
Yeah. So I mean, it was amazing to be able to curate and cultivate something that had that Iowa branding. But then I feel like it became my identity, and I'm like,
I can get why you'd be concerned with that, but
no, it's not. It's not concern as far as, like, again, I loved everything around the song, even having the Cornbread Festival. Like, I love that, but also I felt like in that particular moment in time, like, Cornbread wasn't my only big hit. Lolo, I
love Lolo. I've said that multiple times on this episode.
Lolo has 900 and something thousand streams on it.
Oh, we about to hit a milli.
We're about to hit a million, and Cornbread has like 500,000.
Okay,
500,000 streams. So it wasn't my only big single, and I felt like because it was Iowa, we're from Iowa, that was like the focus, and I didn't think, I'm like, nah, like. We got motion in all categories. Not only did I have Lolo, but then work came right after that, Cornbread and Messy and all of these other things. Were
Messy's one of my other.
And I had a variety of different sounds that, like, I'm not just Cornbread.
Don't make me just be Cornbread.
Yeah.
Don't box me in the Cornbread.
Yeah, I'm like, Cornbread is by far one of the biggest singles that I've done, but it's not the biggest single that I've done, and not the only thing that I wanted to focus on. Yeah. But that's just great.
And look, great. Now this reminds me of another dope thing that you just wrote me in. Again, this is before I'm doing IMAs. This is before I'm touring around the state. You hit me up to be videographer at the Vertical conference it was probably Dallas again, right?
Yeah, it was Dallas.
This is, again, like, at that point, I didn't even have the leverage for you to look at me and say, oh, if we give Tone this opportunity, Tone can give me this, Tone can do that. This was a genuine connection, like, hey, Tone, we're heading out here. Would you be interested in doing videography and capturing the moment? I don't even know if y'all released the footage. I don't remember seeing the recap. But you paid for me to show up, and we had a blast, and y'all did some of the dopest shit I've ever seen, and I made some of the biggest connections. I'm shaking hands with Tony Neal of Core DJs. We're at the Vertical conference. We're networking.
We were at the Core DJ conference, but we also did Vertical as well within that time.
Yep.
And the head of Vertical was actually there as well. And yeah. So keep going. I'm sorry.
Y'all performed at the pool party. One of the dopest experiences in business for me. And I also luckily have family in Dallas. So you gave me a reason to see my family. You guys paid me. I thought I got great footage. Like, tell me if it was like trash and that's why it never came out. But we had fun. Fun.
That is not the reason.
Okay.
That is not the reason.
We'll talk about that after the episode. But that was just one of the dopest experiences, and I will always be grateful for that. And it was something where you saw the value in me, and I didn't even have anything to offer but the service. And now I have so much more to offer, but you came to me before that. And, like, that's another reason I'm just always going to look out for you.
But
and that's not even why you did that. And because that's not why you did that, that's why I'm always going to look out for you.
But Tone, it was never about you being the videographer in the moment. I just wanted to make sure my homie was in the room.
Hey, hold on. I need a...
Sometimes, bro. Sometimes that's all it takes.
We made some shit happen. A lot of the conversations... Y'all were whispering like, oh, that's this person. I'm like, Let's go talk. And then I think Jose was like, no, you don't get to talk to him. I'm like, shit. Then I talked to him, give him my pitch, and then y'all walk right behind, and y'all gave y'all. So, like, I hope I provided that much value, too. So I'm glad you said that, because I was like, I'm literally, like, fearless, like a dumb level of fearless. Like, let's go.
I think the thing that I appreciated the most was, I feel at that particular moment, I didn't entirely, like, I knew who you were, but we didn't really have the opportunity to
we never networked together.
Yeah,
we never like worked a room together.
Yeah, so that was the opportunity. I remember we all went to eat before the conference even got started, and we got to have like a genuine conversation. I'm like, oh, okay, so that's who Tone is. Like, that's what Tone values. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, I'm like, okay, well, we made the right decision, because I already know where your mentality is on how to navigate the space and what it is that you're trying to get out of this, out of this moment. And the fact that you were so hungry and so intentional about like, okay, this is how I'm going to work the space. I know that I'm here to work, but this is how I create value for myself so that I can come back to this space. Yeah. And the fact that that moment happened, and then time after that, we got another opportunity to go back to Texas.
Yep.
And re-network with those same people, but on an elevated platform and elevated position,
and then for you to be familiar with us.
Exactly. And then for you to be recognized in that space too. It's just like, man, it's crazy that this may not have happened if this moment didn't happen, and you being a videographer in the space created
Look at God.
Look at God.
For real,
Jesus
though.
Christ.
For real though, man. That's the beauty in life to me, is being able to make connections, have an impact, and like connect with somebody and make their life better. Yeah. If you ain't making somebody's life better, I don't want to say what I'm thinking, but like, why are you here? I'm sorry, that's wrong. I shouldn't say that. But like, bro, you in the way. Help somebody like make their experience on this planet better, because it can be bad. It's bad for a lot of us. Bad is perspective, and it is subjective. But like, a lot of people aren't having the best time on this planet. Why not the experiences they have with you be the ones where they smile, where they create something, and they have moments and memories? Like, what else are you here for? That's my train of thought. But I know a lot of people that's like, I'm here so I can be good. Like, I don't care about that. I've been the worst. I've been through crazy shit. Like, people that's listen know the craziness I've been through, that I can't even relate to people that's been through derecho, tornado, flood, all type of the weirdest things that I've never heard of. I've been through, and I do it with a smile. And like, I'd rather God make it me that go through those things than somebody that can't handle it. That's somebody that's like, I'm not meant to be here and do something to themselves. I never want that. I'd rather eat all of it. And maybe I'll regret this later, because it could be more, but I'm okay with it. I embrace it. I walk out stronger. I'm still here. We talked about people that's been through some real trauma in other countries. We talked about that earlier today before the podcast. And, I think about the things that I've been through, and like, man, it's so bad, but I'm still in this $250,000 studio that I have full access to with the greatest people that I know, that I literally love. Like, there's dudes like the Paul's, no homo, whatever. But we talk, and at the end of every conversation, even if it's an argument, love you, bro. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I want to be around good energy. I want to be around love, and I want to help people. And I think you're one of those people, and that's why we connect so well.
I agree, and thank you, bro. Thank you for all of the praises and everything. I was gonna say, man, when it comes to growth, environment is everything. Mm-hmm. And essentially, what I hear you saying is like, you value your environment over everything.
Oh yeah.
And you know that you have a purpose. A lot of people don't have a purpose. And the most beautiful, they don't know, and they don't know. But the most beautiful thing that you said, your purpose wasn't music. It was to help others.
Yeah, I just want to help people. I love my music, but I want
And
I enjoy making a good song. Nothing feels better than knowing I help somebody. That's all I care about.
Well, this is my thing. A lot of people tie their purpose into their craft. Like they think that their purpose is to be an amazing rapper or an amazing singer. Like, no, that's a tool.
Yep.
Your purpose, my purpose is to help. My purpose is to be of service.
Yep.
And once I understand that I'm put in this position to be not to be of service to others, but also to be the best version of myself, because I can't give away things that I don't have.
Exactly.
And so once I understand that and I'm aligned with that, then God can put me in position to walk in my purpose.
Yep.
And then my craft, our tools to help me navigate that and get that to be in the public face, so that when I'm in this position, I already know what I'm gonna do.
Yep.
Creating the model mixer, creating the industry icebreaker, I created that because I've been that artist, that model, that actor who didn't have a space. I didn't have someone to teach me how to do this. And so if we can have a space where we can build a community and develop together and share opportunities and grow with one another, you'll value it, but then you'll also make the community bigger. And that's more important than individual success. But I do know that I also have to be the best version of myself. I have to constantly, continuously keep growing, keep leveraging and looking forward, so that I can also help others. So part of my success comes from understanding that without being in this position, without trying to elevate my space, I won't have the ability to help others. I got to take care of myself. I have to continue educating myself, continue growing, so that I can be the voice for everyone in this space.
Boy, normally I'd wrap up, but we got another story to get into. And I'll let you dictate, pause. I shouldn't have to pause, dictate, but it's me. I have to. I'll let you dictate how far we let this story go. Because we are in the season of the Iowa Music Awards. And I've seen people get motivated from winning. I've seen people get lazy from winning. You definitely did not get lazy, but I also saw you get backlash. And that's what I want to get into. But let's first highlight how motherfucking, and we didn't cuss a lot this episode, I'm going to cuss with this, how motherfucking hard you work, how dedicated to your craft you are. And again, you help people. You don't just help artists. You, like I said, you hired me as a videographer to do something out of state. The model mixers, you're averaging 20 to 50 different models who have a dream of modeling in Iowa, and they don't have an opportunity. They don't have a platform. I've done some work in the fashion world, and I'm not a fashion, I'm not but if I can provide an opportunity, I absolutely will. So I've done a fashion show that you performed at it, didn't you? Yeah. What record? Did we do Never Have I Ever there?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
We did Never Have I Ever. I did my Christmas joint.
Got to.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember.
Moving on. That was just a little footnote. But yes, please talk to me about the heavy is the head that wears the crown, I believe is the quote.
Yes.
They came for you, my dog.
Yes.
Pause. But they did. And you won R&B Artist of the Year last year, 2023. It's wild because I offered you a position on the Academy. You said, nope, I got to come for everything this year. So you can do the Grammys, but you can't do Iowa Music Awards. It's like, hold on. I still have work to do. You have nothing left to prove. But talk to us about being R&B Artist of the Year, and the heat is what we talk about in the wrestling world. What heat did you get?
Yes. First, thank you, obviously, for the opportunity to speak on this and the platform. But, not only did I win R&B Artist of the Year, but I also got Single of the Year for a rap song that I did, Work. And then I also co-directed the music video of the year that I lost to personally, but also won
He said it was a loss, but it was a W.
It was a win.
An L and a W.
It was an L and a W. And to the person that I lost to, I mean, I don't mind losing to her at all. But if it was anybody, I wouldn't mind. But man,
now I can make that sound.
After that moment, I remember, going on stage, getting off stage, and getting a congratulation. And then I see on social media they're talking about how it was rigged and how I didn't deserve to win. And then I ended up having a conversation with an artist, and they were like, "Put your top 6 songs against my top 6."
I would love to host a versus. By the way, that is always on the table if I can host it. I love somebody I can participate against, but if I could create the platform to host it, would be amazing.
I need that platform.
Okay, say less.
I need that platform just because I don't. Someone said like your time was yesterday. Like
whoa, that's a real comment to you.
Yeah,
that's bullshit.
They say you were relevant. You aren't relevant right now.
That's fucking.
And I was like, but I have 1.5 million streams this year.
But I have so many streams.
I have so many streams.
But I just got a plaque.
I got 3 plaques.
Yesterday. Was it yesterday? Was that my last day?
My favorite was they were like, I had a person, they were like, I went number 1 with 3 records on this radio station. And I was like, do you know how many stations I had to go number 1 on to get a plaque? And I don't like talking like this.
I've never seen cocky Entre. I've seen lots of versions of Entre. This is the main Entre here. This is Mr. Sir Luché talking right now with the monocle.
Because not you talking mess about how I don't deserve my space, and then gonna hit me with I've been number 1. Bro, nah, bro. I don't even like talking like that. But
it's not your energy.
It's not my energy. But if you wanna look at my resume, family, it's just look at my resume and understand that I've worked extremely, and it comes back to what you were talking about earlier. Mm-hmm. I've worked extremely hard to put myself in a position to be of value.
Yep.
And in this particular space, winning an Iowa Music Award, and people discrediting it and saying that I didn't deserve it, was crazy to me. But then, the next thing that happened is I'm now a Grammy member. So
kind of doing things, right?
I guess I deserve it.
So, and look, and to be very clear, and I'll have to clip this.
Yes.
I do not vote. But and even though I don't vote, my goal of the IMAs is not. I mean, yes, I want to celebrate people. That's actually number 2. Number 1 is bringing people together. I want these people to meet for the first time and say, I got R&B Artist of the Year and I don't even have a music video, but I made great R&B music that the Academy loved and they voted because we have an Academy that chooses the winners. And they watched the IMAs and saw top 5 nominated videographers in the state. Whether you can work with number 1 or you just work with the one that's in your city, that's a new connection that's going to take you to a whole new level. We celebrate, and I'm sorry, tangent.
Yes,
We celebrate not just the artists, but the videographers, the photographers, the best promoter, like the best graphic designer. The best of the best are in this room for one night. Shake hands, meet people, elevate your craft. If you're mad you didn't win R&B Artist of the Year, but you know that you dropped one song, and Entre dropped this song, that song, that song, that song. Not all of it was even R&B. Is it messy? Is messy or work? One of the two that don't even feel like R&B songs.
Work, yeah.
Do you even identify that? Because it's all about what do you identify the
Work is not work is a hip hop record.
Okay,
Messy,
cool.
Messy is an R&B record.
Okay.
But that's my thing. And you alluded to it when you were talking, and is that we're I mean, granted, I want the Iowa Music Awards to be a full weekend. By the way,
I got something for you.
Yes.
All right, real quick. I just locked in a gym. I need my one-on-one. You got to shoot the fade with me.
Yes.
I need my one-on-one on the court. Not. I don't want the hands. You gonna dance? I don't want that.
I'm a lefty too,
so am I. So hey, it might be interesting. But anyway, I want the ones, but I did just lock in a gym, so we're gonna do a celebrity 3-on-3 and donate all the proceeds to a nonprofit organization.
Yeah, that's what's up.
So I need your best three, like preferably from Des Moines. I'd love to see a team of you, Cold Saint, and then one other guy represent.
My brother played professionally overseas.
We want the smoke. Yeah. We want the smoke. I got an overseas guy. Shout out to my homie Kalen. We got shooters overseas. That's a bar of mine. But yeah, bring your three. We want to do a 3-on-3 celebrity showcase the day before the IMAs, and then a celebrity showcase the night of, where everybody can get a full set. Obviously, on the IMAs, we have time and we want to honor everybody, but keep them entertained. So we'll have short sets during the IMAs, but I want to do a celebrity showcase the night before. I want to do a 3-on-3 tournament the day before, and also have a halftime performance. So we'll have you a part of all that if you will give us your presence, grace us with your existence.
100%. No, my thing is like being able to go to being a part of like BET weekend and everything like that. I want it for the experience, like coming to the IMAs and just really being a part of the understanding that this is an opportunity to network. And I think that's what people lose sight of. It's not about the accolades. No. It's what you do from that moment.
Yeah. What do you do while you're in that position?
Yeah.
How many people can you help from that position? I've personally been a part of it, and this wasn't why the Academy voted for you. I feel like the majority of the Academy, they will go off of music, but the big thing is work ethic. I don't like I don't like to say a lot of people work as hard as me. You are definitely somebody that works as hard or harder than me. And I wear a lot of hats. So I was happy that you won, because you work your ass off, you earn it, but like I'm happier that somebody that helps people, that puts people in a position to win, that supports people, that will show up to the shows that they're not a part of. Some of the people that are upset that they didn't win don't even show up to the shows that they're invited to be a part of. And that's important to the culture.
And I was going to say that, yes, I did win, but I've also lost.
Facts.
And I think that is one of the things that is
that was great too, because you publicly, and even on my shows, like I felt like I was snubbed. I was like, oh no, I didn't vote. I don't vote for my friends. No, I don't vote at all. But like I don't want my friends to win. I hate saying this. I definitely wanted you to win. If I could have voted, you would have won year one over my best friend Tevin.
But that's not where I was going with this.
I know, but I do have to say that publicly.
Yes.
Year one, I definitely would have voted for you, but he won the votes. He won the hearts of the Academy. They saw a consistent record of the things that he was accomplishing.
And he won popular vote too.
Yeah. So you throw that on top of a nice resume, a great first year with album, with all that. It's flashy, it's good, and he's working.
Yeah, and that was going to be my thing, and that's what I was getting to. Is like, I've also lost. Mm-hmm. And yes, Tone. In retrospect, I felt like, man, I've done all of this work, but the one thing that I didn't do was vest into the people to actually view this as a big moment for me to take. Yeah. I didn't take that moment seriously. Yeah. And it was showcased in that I didn't get the popular vote. Yeah. I wasn't vested in that. I didn't make that a priority because I felt entitled.
You won the popular vote last year, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. One of the highest submitted categories, by the way, I think I had 100. And
it was like 130 to 127.
Yeah.
It was wild.
Yes. But that first year, I don't even think I had anyone vote for me.
You have votes. You definitely have votes.
But,
Year one, I do remember that.
No,
but you didn't like actively, hey, this is going on.
Yeah.
None of us, including me, knew how big year one was gonna be.
Yeah, so and that's what I was getting to and alluding to was just that, like, you get also what you vest in.
Mm-hmm.
When I know
life, yes, in this too.
and life, but in this too. And so it's no slight on anyone. I just looked at that moment. I needed to be humbled and reminded that, yes, you've accomplished all of these things, but until you learn to put that work, even in the small, not the small, I admit it's not small, but in the small things, in the little things, those
and
also
the little things like getting a vote, promoting it ahead of time and saying, hey, I'm a part of this. Yeah. Please share, please vote if you fuck with me.
Yeah, and because that plays a role in everything, and just being in that mindset. And so that second year, that's where my mindset was more so, let me showcase what it is that I actually can do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You did a lot that year. It wasn't even just R&B. You helped a lot of people, a lot of models. You did some hip hop. You did a little bit of everything.
We were on ATL Top 20. We were top 3 on Media Base for Power 92 in Chicago.
Yeah.
We
Vertigo, Green Hits. You work over 400. You put in the work.
400 plus DJs with a 4.7 rating out of 5 and a 5.5 for a different record and a 4.8 for the other record, with over 144 downloads for that one. Like, we really put a lot of the work and work ethic and really developing, and now I understand.
No one should be able to fix their lips to try to say it was a fluke. It was favoritism. The work is there.
Yeah,
it hasn't stopped. You're still grinding. You're still accomplishing things. This Grammy thing is huge, not just for you, but for Iowa. Yeah. You deserve that.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're constantly evolving, putting in the work. I need to know what's next. Drop your social media. This is a good point to go ahead and wrap it up.
Yes. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Entre. No appetizer, baby. I'm the main Entre. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at EL_officialmusic. Make sure you follow me on YouTube at Entre Luché, ENTRELUCHE. You can find me at Entre Luché on every platform: Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, again. And make sure you guys check out my new single, releasing soon.
Actually, it's TBD.
It should be releasing this weekend.
And before I let you off the hook,
yes,
we're gonna do it fast. Normally, I take my time. You know what? We only an hour 30. I'm sorry. I got 2 games for you before you get out of here.
Okay.
One game is top 5.
Okay.
I need your top 5, starting at number 5. I've done R&B artists, shout out Verbatim. We argued. He converted me to Chris Brown being R&B because I really felt like he was a pop artist. Shout out and big respects to Verbatim, and now big respects to Chris Brown, because I felt like that was pop music. Yeah. It's dance, it's upbeat. My R&B, and I'm old in Chicago, is Boys to Men, slow, I'll make love to you ass music, pause. So Chris Brown is now part of my R&B world.
Okay.
He is not my number 5. I want you to give your top 5 R&B artists that dance. My number 5, because you brought this up, female or male, is Sierra. Who is your number 5?
My 5 was actually Omarion.
Oh, that is a great That's a good choice. All right, how far? Because you're a little bit younger than me. You're almost a decade younger than me. I remember IMX. You remember that group? Okay. IMX was Marcus Houston.
Yeah. Oh,
2 other people.
Yep. Okay. Yes.
And
I didn't know by name.
Before that was Immature. That was what they went by. They were in the house party movies before your time. You don't have to pretend that you know.
No, I do know that. I do know. I just don't know names.
Marion is Marcus Houston's little brother. And then what's their movie that's really good, actually? The dance movie, You Got Served. Please tell me. Have you seen it?
Yes, I've seen you guys
Okay,
many times.
many times. It's good. It's good. All right, that was a great choice. That's up there with my number 5. However, I have seen Sierra in person, and she's actually more beautiful in person than she is on television, and tall as hell, but beautiful. Sierra.
I put Sierra at number 4.
Oh, she is fire. But with your number 5, who would win in a dance-off? I think I'd go with Omarion. But, yeah, all right. Sierra's your number 4. My number 4, and he better be on your list, but he probably ain't. Bruno Mars. Don't tell me if it's not on your list, but that was my number 4. Go ahead and say your number 3. We don't have to debate.
My number 3 was Beyonce.
She be dancing. But I feel like it's gyrating, and it's like a lot of hip movement. So Beyonce, I will spoil, is not on my list.
I figured she wasn't.
But you know who is my number 3?
Yes.
Usher.
Okay. Oh yeah, our list is just
Yeah.
moved down one because
Sierra, Bruno, Usher.
And
Who's your number? Damn, I thought I went first. So I'm gonna give my number 2. My number 2, I mentioned him earlier, Chris Brown. Who's your number 2?
Usher.
I'm terrified of your number 1. Because there's only one right answer for number 1. Entre, we've been friends for so long, and I'm gonna give you this other game that we should wrap it up. I'm gonna leave this in the podcast. The love of my life is in the room right now, so I want to wrap this up as fast as I can. But I got another game for you after this. But I'm gonna give you my number 1 real quick. My number 1 is actually we're gonna answer on 3 because there's only one right answer.
Okay.
Number 1. R&B artists that dance as well. You shouldn't even have to look at your phone.
No, I know who you're gonna say, but I didn't.
It's not the same.
I didn't view this person
as an R&B artist.
Yeah, so he
might just be
a separate list.
The king of pop, but he is the best R&B singer that dances. Michael Jackson. That's not your number 1. He's not even on your mother. I'm sorry, he's not on your list.
See,
it is pop. It is a different genre, and I've had the same argument.
When we negotiated,
who? Here's the conflict. It took 4 years. Who's your number 1?
Chris Brown. Chris Brown was. I told you
because you didn't consider MJ as R&B.
Yes, I have this. If we were adding MJ in it, because then if you do that, then I'm taking Sierra off the list and I'm putting Janet Jackson
as a better dancer.
Yes,
I've seen some Janets and she's fire. So
that's what I'm saying.
I do respect that.
If we were bringing Michael Jackson into this, then Michael would be number 1. Then Chris Brown would be number 2.
This is the big struggle, and I had the legendary. Are you familiar with Kevin Burt? He is a blues legend in Iowa. He just hit number 2 on Billboard. And before that, he was number 3, under 2 other blues albums. Blues legend. We're actually honoring him at this year's Iowa Music Awards. Lifetime Achievement Award. He's from Waterloo and got number 2 in Billboard, which is worldwide.
Yeah,
that's huge.
Yeah.
But anyway, he brought up something that's super important to us, that people that look like us. They made pop music to absorb blues, to absorb rhythm and blues, to also be able to integrate themselves in. And you know what I mean by they. So when me and you have this division, and even when, like I said, me and Verbatim had a division of what's pop and R&B, it's all a derivative of blues. Yeah. So Michael should be included in this. And I shouldn't have excluded Chris Brown when we were talking about R&B, because that's kind of what we've been assimilated, if I may, to think that these are different genres, but it's all black music. It's all black music. So I understand the confusion. So I will give you a pass on not giving the GOAT his recognition on this list. But I know that you've made multiple lists, and I know he's on all the other lists as well.
100%. So was Bruno Mars.
Bruno was on another list of yours?
Yeah, I had...
you had a pop list?
Yeah, because I feel like you gotta add Justin Timberlake, you gotta add Janet Jackson,
Yep.
you gotta add Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Bruh, there's Bruno Mars, and then I had a young artist like list too, top dancers, like Trevor Jackson,
Yep.
Jacob Lattimore, Victoria Monet, Zendaya.
Zendaya can dance and sing. Oh, so I've only seen her in The Greatest Showman, which is like one of my favorite movies of all time. But The Greatest Showman, I've only seen her perform in that. I also enjoy Spider-Man, but she didn't sing in that. But anyway.
Yeah, no, when she, again, that's just my era, not yours. But
oh, I'm old. You just called me old.
Nah.
We're going to move on to the next game. All right, babe, you listening to this game? I want your answers too. Yep, write them down. You pull your notes out. You better. I know she's iPhone because like I don't fuck with the ops. So right, open notes. I'm gonna do this game that I absolutely have to do with you that you should not have done with me yet.
Okay.
It's called This or That.
Okay.
Are you familiar with This or That?
I believe so.
These are one-word answers. I'm gonna give you two options. I need you to pick one of these words. I will give you 3 elaborations, but I have unlimited. Okay. But I might just keep moving, so don't expect me to make you elaborate, no matter how long you think on this question.
All right.
You are not supposed to be prepared. I did not pre-warn you with these questions, and we're going to have some fun. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. This or that. Talkin Top Tier. Entre Luché.
Let's get it.
Let's go. Humble or prideful?
Humble.
Streams or followers?
Followers.
Cheat on your girl or get cheated on?
Get cheated on.
You don't want to use your elaboration? You got 3.
I would rather get cheated on.
Elaborate. I'm going to use one of my elaborations. You would rather what? He's lying!
Nah. Just the mentality that I have centered around that. I would rather get cheated on because, I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. It is what it is.
I don't like it. Moving on. What's more important? Who you know or what you know?
What you know.
Monogamy or be poly?
Monogamy.
You sounded like you didn't want to say that answer, but I respect it because I like your
no
partner.
elaboration.
Declined.
I rebuke.
All right. What's more important to you? Honesty or loyalty?
Loyalty.
You said that so fast. I'm sorry. You elaborate. Why is honest? You pick loyalty.
Yes, I pick loyalty.
You'd rather somebody be loyal to you, but they lied about something, than be honest with you about not being loyal.
I'd rather choose loyalty because at the end of the day, I feel like a lot of us, a lot of people are not truthful. They're not truthful in their position. They're not truthful in their intention or what it is that they...
You said intention a lot. We got to drop that song.
Yes,
Go ahead, continue.
Yes. And so I'd rather have loyalty. I'd rather have people that I know that are going to be there. I don't care particularly what their reasons are. As long as I understand what their reasons are, and I can continue navigating. Because what I'd rather know how you're going to move in the space and know what spaces to put you in than not know.
Okay.
And you lie.
Right.
To get and manipulate what it is that you want.
Is it okay to lie if you have your best interests at heart?
I mean, I feel like a lot of people lie to themselves every day.
Everybody lying. Everybody lying. Moving on. What would you rather have more of? Friends or business partners?
Business partners.
That was so quick. I don't want to keep doing this. But that was so quick. I'm sorry. I'm not doing this every question. We got like 30 more questions, so yes. I'm going to move faster. But you answered that so quick. Please, why would you rather have more business partners than friends? What are we?
Because...
What are we, Andre? Daniel, what are we?
My thing is, like, you can only, to be honest, in my opinion, you can only have so many friends. like when it comes to like relationships where you're gonna sit down, hey bro, let's go to lunch, let's go talk. Like you can only have so many reminiscent conversations. I rather do business with my friends. So most of my friends are active, like they're doing something, they're impacting the community and something. So they're my business partners. So
okay. You'd rather have more business partners than friends.
Yeah, my friends better become my business partner.
We're friends, right?
We're friends and we're business partners. Too.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank God. All right, I can move on now. That's all I was waiting on. All right. Would you rather have a better business rep or street cred?
A better business rep or street cred? Business rep.
I've gotten a lot of each answer, but Entre Luché would rather have business rep. I respect it. Would you rather be in a tough relationship or would you rather have it easy being single?
A tough relationship or easy being single? I guess it just depends on who it is.
Nah, this is called this or that. Would you rather? I'll rephrase it one more time, but it's not
easy
really
being
rephrased.
single. Easy being single.
You rather have it easy being single than a tough relationship?
Yeah.
That's maturity. I think I'm going for a tough relationship. I'm just gonna make it work, no matter what. I'm determined. Sorry.
I feel like you gotta know when to hold them,
when to let it go,
when to fold them. No, you gotta know.
Oh, shit. Okay. This could be an age thing. Again, we almost got a decade.
Yes.
I know my answer. You're probably gonna know my answer. However, we are somewhat from the same city. Jordan or LeBron?
Mama, you gonna hate me for this.
Oh shit! Don't do it! Don't do it!
Mama, you
don't do it! Don't do it, Andre!
I know you had me in the
Daniel,
2-3.
no! Don't do it!
I gotta go King James.
Hold on, where's my For those who couldn't hear that, that was a trombone, a very sad trombone that just played.
Yeah, I'm gonna get put in the headlock.
He's young. Moving forward. Oh, all right. Listen to this one. Would you rather have a woman with a low body count or more experience? You look at this. The deep breath is wild.
Yeah.
There is no skip. This or that. Low body count.
Like this is
or experience.
Like this is wifey. Like this is wifey.
You define what this means.
Like this is wifey for real. Baby, I might have to teach you some things.
Low body count is the right answer.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to teach you something.
You can't know everything. Who taught you that? Who taught you that?
Yeah, I might have to teach. Hey, baby,
you can't just know everything when you walk in. Like, I can't even marry you.
That's definitely that's demoralizing.
You're so good. It's demoralizing.
It's demoralizing.
Ladies, hold back. Don't show them everything
like,
you know.
Who did this to you? Who did this to you? I can't have that moment. I can't have that moment in my relationship where I realize that I'm not a freaky nigga. I don't want to be in that moment in my life. I'm sorry that I'm animated now. I'm really passionate about this shit. But I can't have that moment where I realize, damn, what nigga did this shit to you? I don't want to be here no more.
Who hurt you?
Who did this to you? Who did it?
Not okay. This is not okay. That was fun. Don't call me. You are blocked. Your Uber is outside. Don't you ever. How dare you?
Why would you even do that?
Have you just had some how dare you sex? Just who taught you this?
I don't even know what the fuck to say in this moment. For real.
Moving on. Do you believe a man pays or it should be always 50-50? And don't forget, you only get 3 elaborations. I need an answer, this or that.
Do
Man pays or 50-50?
a man pays.
Oh. Would you rather have an independent woman or equal partnership? Almost the same question, not quite.
Equal partnership.
Okay. Y'all both mowing the lawn?
Dang, you said no elaborations.
All right. Moving on. Split accounts or shared?
Split.
Real quick. Why you in my account? You don't get a card. Damn, okay.
Nah. I feel like in that space, yes, marriage is cool, but I believe in individual.
Marriage, I
still believe individuality. Like, I feel like, yes, we should have a joint account, but I do think that she should be stacking for something. I feel like you gotta also build for what it is that you want. You gotta be an individual in your marriage too. Like, you have to still work on yourself and still develop yourself as you're growing, or you're gonna lose yourself in the marriage, in raising your kids, and then you're gonna be 40 and you're like, what? Who am I?
I want that same energy for this next question.
Okay, say less.
We were talking about bank accounts on that last one, split or shared. Passwords, private or shared?
Private. No.
Individuality.
If I got a question whether or not you cheating on me, why am I in a relationship?
Why cheating? It was a password.
No. It's the whole thing of I'm a firm believer in, if I can't have trust that you can make the right decisions when it comes to our relationship, why am I here?
Facts.
Why am I here? If you gotta feel validation in going through my phone, or vice versa, because if you're looking for something, you're gonna find it.
Have you seen,
there's not gonna be security in anything.
One of the greatest videos I've ever seen that broke my fucking heart was the guy reached for a slice of pizza they were sharing, and her phone was right next to the slice. And as he reached, she snatched her phone so fast, he looked at her crazy, like, what was that about? Grabbed the pizza, tried to eat it, then looked back and like, you little cheating, dirty bitch. And couldn't even set the pizza down and walk away. Like, what the fuck were you hiding?
Just don't let me know.
You know what? Never mind. I have no appetite.
But Tone, can I say, like...
Please do. This is your elaboration. I'm sorry. You have 3. You can use one.
My thing with that is, like, when it comes to partners, cheating, everything like that, I will never be the type of person to accuse anyone of anything. I only speak when I have proof. Because if they are cheating on you and you accuse them and you don't have enough information, then you give them the excuse to cheat on you more. If that's your boundary, if they cheat on you and you forgave them, and you must actually forgive and then move forward.
Exactly.
But being in this space of nagging and doing too much, whatever happens, if I find out, I'm gonna make a decision, and I'm gonna live with whatever decision that I make.
Forward, or we're done.
There's no in between. But a lot of people, they be in that in between of no, you gotta earn my trust back.
Don't nobody got time for that. We got one life. I'm gonna be earning trust while I'm getting hit by a bus. Damn, how'd you spend your last minutes trying to earn some trust?
When you really have peace, bro, I'm not finna stress myself out trying to worry about what somebody else is doing.
Right.
If you don't want to be with me, you don't have to. Yeah. I will be okay. Yeah. I will sleep tonight.
What was this other meme? I had another great meme about, it was how long after y'all break up do you sleep with the person they accuse you of cheating with? I'm like, that is so trash. I hate America, a society,
technically
and humans.
You did it already.
Should you feel bad? Why did you? They already said we doing it. Why not? Like, that's so trash. All right, next question. Not a big drinker, but it's a drinking question. Patron or Henny?
I'll say Henny.
What a black ass answer. I'm sorry, Entre. That's really, really.
I had a bad experience with Patron.
Okay, thank you. I'm just glad you weren't just being a nigga. All right. What's more important? This could be music related or however you apply it to yourself. Yeah. Shock value or repeat value?
Repeat.
Dave Chappelle or Eddie Murphy?
That's so difficult. For me, Dave Chappelle.
You know, you got 2 elaborations left.
Okay, I don't want to elaborate. I'll just say
right.
Dave Chappelle.
Jamie Foxx or Will Smith?
Will Smith.
Even with the smack.
The smack made him better.
Let's go! Hold on! Let's fucking go! It made him real.
Stop
He's
pretending,
human.
Will. Stop pretending.
You know you hurt.
You know you was mad when Jada did that thing with August.
Yeah.
You was mad. Let it out.
Interview hurt me.
Real man cry.
I swear, we have anger we have to hold back. I'm done. I'm over it. Stop fucking with me. Stop fucking with me. Pow!
Will been smacking niggas for years.
I swear.
It was the first one on television.
I
He
swear.
been smacking niggas for years.
I swear. Cat Williams or Kevin Hart?
Man, why? I'll say Kevin Hart.
I like the business in Kevin.
He's a cancer too.
Cat had a great year this year, and when he first started, phenomenal year. But Kevin is so busy in business. You can use one. No,
I'm sorry.
Use one of my elaborations. Go ahead.
No. Cat Williams to me is funnier, but the business of Kevin Hart
you can't help but
is
admire
undeniable.
that. It's unreal.
And movies and comedy specials and the brand of Kevin Hart, it's hard to argue that.
Do you prefer to overplan or go with the flow?
Go with the flow.
Do you prefer text or phone call?
Phone call.
Kanye or Jay-Z?
Kanye.
LA or New York?
LA.
Have you been to both?
Yes.
Windows or Mac?
Mac.
Stone Cold or The Rock?
The Rock.
Thank you. I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to be biased. I apologize. iPhone or Android?
iPhone.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop at some point. I swear. Johnny Depp or Robert Downey Jr.?
Robert Downey Jr.
This is why I told you there's been no conflict between me and Entre. He has the answers. All right. Do or Die or Bone Thugs?
Bone Thugs.
Respect, because Do or Die is from Chicago, right? Midwest, but the right answer is Bone Thugs. It just is. Twister or Tech 9?
Twister.
Was that the Chicago one?
Yes.
This one's a good one. Please elaborate on it. What's more important, education or field experience?
Field experience.
Why?
I feel like a lot of people are book smart, but having that real world experience just gives you an edge. You know how to navigate spaces, and I feel like you also know how to adapt from real world experience.
Agreed. Nelly or Luda?
Nelly.
Dr. Dre or Timberland?
Dr. Dre.
You got 2 elaborations. You want to use one? We got 10 questions left.
Okay.
Make sure you use them. Ed Sheeran or Justin Bieber?
Justin Bieber.
That was quick. I love Ed.
Justin
Might have been your first one. I don't. It's not a wrong answer.
Justin Bieber.
Is that dude.
I was going up middle school and stuff when he first came out, bruh. What that man did to music at that time, the Beliebers. To me, that was the closest thing to like Michael Jackson. I'm not gonna cap to you.
Now I'm a believer. Justin Timberlake or Bruno Mars?
Justin Timberlake.
That was quick.
Oh yeah, no, that's
okay. What's more important, punctuality or perfection?
Perfection.
You don't want to elaborate on that? We got like 8 questions left. All right, you better elaborate on these answers. Usher or R. Kelly? Don't be politically correct. Give the fair, honest answer.
We all know it's cuz. We all know
what? We all know what?
We all.
What did he say?
We all know it's cuz. That's not even a question. That's
He's
not
a
even a question.
monster.
He is a monster, but that nigga makes great music. That nigga's sick. But that nigga is the greatest.
But that nigga's sick. He's the world greatest. He's that little bit of hope in an
Look, I can't. You can't.
This is
you
an
can't
elaboration.
act like,
You're using it, but you shouldn't.
You can't act like this nigga wasn't writing and singing everything. This nigga was killing all y'all.
We gonna lie? We gonna lie?
Get me up in the closet. Yeah, come on now. Y'all better stop. I understand. Sometimes you just gotta separate the art from the nigga.
I swear.
It's not the same.
Cool.
There's a lot of niggas doing some shit underneath.
Y'all didn't even know. Everybody was him.
There's a lot of niggas doing shit. I just want to let you know. But yeah, no elaboration.
Why? Tell me why. And you might have met her. I had my trap girl. She does some 360 photo booths. I had her on here and I did the same question, R. Kelly or Usher. Why she say, R. Kelly, duh. He ain't touch me. I'm like, no, don't say that.
That was not the right answer.
That was not the way you elaborate. We gonna read that elaboration back. I'm gonna give you an extra.
There's some things that you should not say.
It's not that. Not that. He ain't touch me. All right. Kendrick or Drake?
Drake.
He lost though.
He
ain't lose?
He never lost.
Oh, you want to do?
I just played.
Entree light skin the whole time. That's the real reveal of this interview.
From impact and totality, Drake. The rap beef, Kendrick won. There's no question about that.
Not at all. But yeah, Drake is the right answer. All right, Beyonce or Rihanna?
Beyonce or Rihanna? I feel like the kid in me is singing Sweet Dreams.
It's a sweet dream or a beautiful nightmare.
Either way, my mom used to play the shit out that song, man.
Dude, did you ever hear the Nicki Minaj remix? Nicki murdered that. Like, it was... No. Dude, it's so dope. I'm going to send it to you.
But Rihanna's impact.
Oh.
But then Rihanna quite literally is the...
What's your favorite Rihanna song?
Diamonds.
She came out hard. Diamonds is? Diamonds in the sky, shine bright like a diamond.
Hey, shine
bright like a diamond. I can't sing. But yes, Diamonds is hard. Umbrella was hard. Everything she's done is hard.
I just shut the man down.
That was hard. All right.
But can I just truth or drink on that one?
God, you can drink, but you got
I can't. Beyonce, Rihanna, I can't. I'll go Beyonce, even though I feel
you
like
didn't want to. That was so reluctant. I feel bad.
I feel like Rihanna probably is the correct.
Is the right answer?
But
there's no right answer there.
But I gotta go Beyonce.
Pour it up. Pour it up.
What's it up?
Don't pour it up. I'm just legit telling you to pour it. But yeah, Rihanna did too.
There you go, son.
Strip clubs and dollar bills. That's how we. You okay with your answer? You sure?
I'll go Beyonce for impact.
Okay. All right. Michael Jackson or Prince?
Michael Jackson.
Real quick. All right.
Yeah, I love Prince.
Let me let you breathe. These next few questions are little breathers.
Yes.
Mario or Sonic?
Mario or Sonic?
Quite a change in pace.
Mario.
Did you repeat the question because you had to think about it?
Yeah. First of all, when you said Mario, I thought you were talking about
Mario. Let me love you. Let me be the one to give you everything you want and need. Baby, good love and perfection. Make me your selection. Show me the way love's supposed to be. Baby, you should let me
love you. Love you.
Love you.
I swear that's that nigga's only song. I don't know anything else.
Hold on, you don't remember? Braid my hair back in my hood, feeling good. It wasn't that big of a hit. All right, hold on. He had another one.
I sing one of his other songs.
Baby, I just don't get it. Do you enjoy being hurt? I know you smell the perfume, the makeup on his shirt. And then there's our lives. It's bad. I didn't know the words. As bad as you want. You look around. Nope, that's what the fuck is that? That is Let You Love You Again. Hold on, I was trying to do but you say I'm just a friend. That's the hook. God damn it, delete that. Delete that. Whoever's producing this, delete that. No, what's just a friend? But you
No, bro.
Oh baby, you
No.
got what I need. But you say I'm just a friend. But you say I'm just a friend.
I wanna know your name, man.
I wanna know
if you got a man.
I wanna know.
I wanna know everything. I wanna know your number and if I can come over.
And
wanna know what you like. I wanna know so I can do it all night. You're telling me I'm just a friend. You're telling me I'm just a friend. Oh baby, you
got what I need.
You got what I need. Yeah.
But you say I'm just a friend.
You say I'm just
But you
a friend.
say I'm just a friend. Oh baby, you got what I need. I'm doing more than Bismarck here. Oh baby, you got what I need.
Yeah, I didn't grow
I
up.
could do that better.
I didn't grow up on Mario like that. I had to research. Research.
We're only making it a little easier.
I thought you were singing Neo at first.
Neo?
Like, yeah.
Which Neo?
No, I just thought you were singing Neo. So sick.
And I'm so sick of love songs. So tired.
And
so sick. There was tired of tears. Do that here. So sick.
Miss Independent. That's why I love her.
Best record is him, Jamie Foxx, and Fabulous. What's the record?
I don't know.
I love her because she got her own. Got her own.
She's got her own. I love her because she got her own. She's got her own. I love it when she said,
It's cool, I got it. I got it. I love her when she says it's cool, I got it. I got it. I got it.
See, my thing is I know the songs, I just don't be knowing who be doing it.
That's literally one of my favorites. They snap with that. They snap. All right, we got like 6 more questions.
Okay,
all right. Then I'll let you leave. I know it's hot here. All right. Domino's or Pizza Hut?
Pizza Hut.
Lil Wayne or Eminem?
Lil Wayne.
With quickness. Sam Hunt or Sam Smith, and you better know them both. Come on, Entre. I gotta give you a song. Don't be that guy.
Please tell me who Sam Hunt is.
All right, I'm gonna. Which one is Body Like a Back Road? Sam Hunt is Body Like a Back Road. Sam Smith is Too Good at Goodbyes.
I'm way too good at goodbye.
I'm way too good at goodbyes.
I'm way
Too good at goodbye. I'm way too good at
Can we just say Sam Smith? Because I don't know Sam Hunt. I'm not going to lie to you.
That's all good. You might be too young for this.
Okay.
Ether or Hit 'Em Up.
Hit him up.
You're not too young. Good job. I'm sorry. I patronized you. I did not mean to. All right. Blank Man or Meteor Man? Have you seen the movies? There are only black superheroes. All right, we're gonna give Entre some research. Blank Man, Damon Wayans, classic. David Allen Greer.
Is that from Living Color?
Yes.
Okay.
He wore pajamas. He had a bulletproof suit.
Okay.
David Allen Greer did not have a bulletproof suit.
I remember that. But
Meteor Man could touch a book and he read it the moment he touched it. It was one of the most amazing movies ever. All right. I got 2 more questions.
I'm gonna go with Hancock.
That's a good one. I'm not gonna debate that. I'm gonna make a Hancock question. Thank you. Pause. Sorry, it's the name. All right. 2 more really important questions.
Okay.
The first one won't be as important. The second one will determine the rest of our friendship.
Okay.
First question. Would you rather deal with a smart ass or a dumbass?
Smart ass.
Great. Elaborate.
I don't like them.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
I'd rather deal with somebody who talk too much and just ain't got nothing valuable to say. Like, baby, bless you. When
the
grandma,
Cedar Ridge is talking, y'all.
When grandma said, bless y'all.
Bless your stupid ass. Bless your little dumb ass. Oh, baby. You know she was trying to tell you dumb as hell. Oh, baby, that ain't even, you know what, baby? Bless your heart.
Yeah, nah.
All right, last question. Like I said, it does determine our friendship. I really hope you answer it right. I've asked a lot of questions tonight. We bonded. We had a great time. This is probably the most important question of the podcast. So
Okay.
I'm a little nervous to ask you this because it's so important.
Don't be.
Okay.
You already asked me crazy questions already.
This is not a crazy question. It's a very sane and important question.
Okay, say less.
Entre Luché, Daniel Luckett. Right?
Yes, yes.
Pancheros or Chipotle? Don't answer wrong. Please, dog. Come on. I'm nervous.
The right answer is whoever's making it.
Oh, he's scared to give the answer.
It's who's ever making
Nah, there's a right answer, dog. You don't want to give the wrong answer. I shouldn't have put that much pressure on it. That's the problem.
No.
It's me.
I'm so serious. It's who's ever making it.
That's not true.
The Pancheros down by my crib is terrible.
I can give you one Pancheros that's terrible, but the overall,
the Pancheros on the west side.
West side.
When I walk in and they greet me, they
make you feel. They make the burritos with love.
And you gotta listen to the music in the background. If it's resonating with my spirit and my soul, no, bro. I'm telling you, the ancestors will let you know. You gotta listen to the music. You gotta listen to the music in the back, bro. If it's not resonating with the
in the water, we gotta let the burritos wait.
So
in the water, burritos.
Because I've been to a couple of Chipotles. That was not Chipotleing. So
they weren't Chipotleing.
I'm gonna go Pancheros.
Ah, that is the correct answer. Trey is my friend for life. We gonna applaud for that. That concludes this great episode
Thank you
of Talkin Top Tier. One of my best friends, one of the best people to work with, one of the hardest working people I know, Entre Luché, Grammy Voting Academy member, R&B Artist of the Year 2003. Will be presenting for sure at the IMAs this year, possibly performing. We'll find out September 8th in Des Moines. I hope this episode's out before then.
Yes, facts.
Good intentions, or is it just intentions? One of it.
It's just intentions.
Maybe there's a whole EP on the way. We've got some records. Mama, we made it.
Yes. I told my mama, we gonna make it.
Entre Luché, thank you, dog. It's been an honor. It's been a pleasure. Everything happens for a reason. The other records didn't come out. The other episodes and interviews ain't came out yet. But this one was the moment. This was the reason, because this was so damn good. Thank you for this, dog.
And that's another one of my songs too. So thank you. I appreciate
you.
And bring me back.
It was nice to give you something new on the low, and unfortunately I didn't have any cornbread, but we worked. It was a little messy.
Yes. Yes. Indeed.
All puns intended. If you know, you know. Thank you, Entre.
Thank you, too.
Socials, real quick. Thank you.
Again, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Entre. I know Appetizer, baby. I'm the main Entre, you dig? You can follow me at EL_official music on Instagram and on TikTok. But follow me at Entre, ENTRELUCHE, on all other platforms, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. You already know what it is, man. And make sure you guys stay top tier. Let's get it.
Talking Top Tier, Tone the Boss, Entre Luché. Let's